Good morning. Slight delay in getting a video this morning. I woke up and I've got swelling in my throat, so I'm struggling to talk much. However, done a little bit of fishing, we've packed up and we are driving Raiders Road one final time to conclude our Scotland trip, because we are now heading down to the Forest of Bowland and we're going to do a single overnight there. Just there's less midges and everything else, so we can chill there tonight. We can have a small fire on the raised fire pit, and with that I can get some of the gear that needs reviewed. It's been good, hasn't it, little legs?
Yeah.
But we have been eaten alive, haven't we?
Especially my ankles.
Yeah, especially your ankles, but you will wear ankle socks with pants, won't you? So yeah, as I say, get this final drive of Raiders Road. We are going to nip just for a look around because we're not allowed to spend any more money. We're going to nip to Galloway Fish and Tackle in Newton Stewart. If you are ever up this way and you are fishing at Clattering Shores, you're fishing at Stroan Loch, or you've got permits to fish anywhere else, go and see the fella who runs Galloway Fish and Tackle, and he will give you advice. He'll help you pick out any gear if you need it, or if you're just getting started, he'll help you. So that's where we will be heading to next, and at about that time it'll be time for me to drop some more ibuprofen. So I'll leave you with that, guys. Now we'll check back in with you very
Something real. No
high, feeling bolder.
Right, so we are back on the edge of the Forest of Bowland. We've done 2 nights up in Scotland. It was great, but midgie wise it was hell. Mid-season, obviously they're all just hatching now, back end of May, beginning of June, and then that will be apocalyptic right through till September, October time. So I think being in the woods in Scotland is possibly off the cards. I've got a few different bits of kit out. I'm just going to make Rugrat some lunch, and well, quite late in the day, but yeah, I'm just going to make her some lunch. She's asked for a pot noodle, so she's having a pot noodle, and I'm going to have a proper brew because I've actually just been and bought some milk. So first thing I'm going to mention is this. It's a USB rechargeable tap. So previously purchased this, holds 12 litres of water. It stops you having to bring several bottles of water, and this has been great. So it was really warm at home when we set off, so filled this up, put a full bag of ice in it, and it kept it reasonably chilled, and yeah, it's done the job. So with this tap, as you can see, it's got the silicone pipe at the bottom. There's a small filter, do not bank on it, on the end, and there's a power button here. On this side, when you get this, it comes with some sort of foam rings, so you can put them around that and then drop the pipe in, and that sits on there, and then all we need to do is press the button and it flows. Next, what I wanted to mention, I'll just get out of the way because I'm going to need to use some water. Stoves. I said that I'd mention stoves. So this is my original stove. It is quite bulky, but it's a trusty piece of kit. 227 gram tin of butane gas, and I've only just changed that this morning, and it's how long do you know what, I've lost track of how long I've had this. They're a really simple piece of kit, and there's a lot of variations of these. I've got a friend who's got one where this top part pops off and flips over when you put it back in the box. This one doesn't, don't need to do that, and these are readily available, I'll say, at places like Home Bargains, so they are cheap, and they usually come in a pack of 4, and I have a feeling it's between £5 and £10 for a pack of 4 on the gas. And the stove is an Aldi special, and I think the stove cost around the £14.99 mark. I will try and look into all this, and I will try and put prices at the bottom of the screen whilst you are watching. It's dead simple. Put your gas in, line it up with the small catch that is there, and there's a cutout in the top ring of the can. Pop that in, and then make sure it's on off. Lock it down with that, and then it is just turn it up, and it's got a self-igniter as well. I'm not going to keep that on too long because it's sat on my hand and I can smell the hair singeing. And then when you're done, turn it to off. So I tend to just, when I'm done with it, drop the canister back, make sure it's switched off, and then just pop it straight back in the box, jet oil. So it's pretty well self-contained. I've got a small molly pouch that this lives in. Gas bottle sits inside it. That's a Coleman 230 gram gas bottle, C300 is the code. I actually can't remember where I got that, so I can't tell you anything about that. But yeah, that just drops in there nicely. Pop the lid on, and then to protect them fins on the bottom, that comes with it. And then we'll get onto this bit. I actually got given this as a gift. Somebody had 2 of them. So yeah, my mum's husband had 2 of these and gifted me one of them. That has been a lifesaver because it will work in all weathers. It doesn't mess around. It doesn't take ages to boil. So you know, if you got a boil in the bag meal, get it. You can fit that in there. I only like to do water in these. I don't like cooking in them, and that's purely because I can't be bothered cleaning that out all the time. So yeah, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill this up with water. So I'm just going to fill it up to there using the tap. Fill in. There we go. So we're at the max safe fill line, which is about halfway, but if you were to put anything else in there, that would rise. This is the actual burner for the jet boil. So we'll just get that screwed on there nicely. There we go. And then your jet boil has little indentations, so you sit it on, rotate it to lock it into place, and that's as good as new. Turn the gas on, ignite it, and I'm not sure if with the wind noise you can hear that, but that is now heating up nicely. And wind doesn't bother it at all.
A few moments later.
So from there, you don't have to take this top off, you can leave it on. You can take it off the gas if you want. I'm not going to, because that does actually help when you're pouring, because it's colder. Top that up. Yeah, that's going to need a little bit more water for me to have a brew. And on that note, I'm going to go and make a brew before I get the car sorted and show you the setup with the tailgate fly that you've seen already, but you didn't see it get set up. Again, that is another Temu purchase. I will try and find the price and add that to the bottom of the video when it's up. Okay, so this is what Temu call the car camping awning. It's by Laduta, whoever they may be. It does come a lot more flat packed than this when it arrives. However, I have had it out the once already, so that's your actual awning. I mean, then it comes with 4 shepherd hooks, which are very, very thin, and yep, flimsy. And it comes with some guy rope, which is just like shoelace, effectively. I'm not 100% how to set this up. It doesn't actually. Oh, it does come with instructions on the inside of the bag. That's interesting. So, boot open, it goes over your boot, and then it attaches, apparently. Let's see if we can show you this. So, boot open, slide it over, and it attaches to your wheel and to your wing mirror, supposedly. And you do the same on the other side. Clips into the bottom of your bumper there, and then you peg out this bit that you unzip. So, well, here goes nothing. Let's see what happens there. And then that cover, it's quite windy, can be pegged out, or you can roll it up, which at the minute with the strength of the wind, I think you can roll it up so the car doesn't get too warm. Just nice easy little plastic toggles inside. Lock that up, and there you go. That's that, less than 5 minutes to fit, and I think it'll be alright. This is all fly netting. I wouldn't bank on how waterproof it is, but to be fair, the only reason I'm putting it on is because it keeps the air flowing through the car a little bit better. This, as long as you're not in Scotland, is going to prevent bugs and flies and everything else getting in there, bothering you later on, bothering us later on when we're trying to sleep. But if it's middle of the day and bugs aren't really an issue, you can open this up as well, and that pegs up just the same as this did if you wanted to peg this out with the guidelines that are provided. I'm not gonna peg it up properly because it's coming back down very, very shortly. But yeah, it's not a bad purchase, I don't think, personally. If you've watched my last video when I was in this spot, you'll have seen I had the tarp rigged up for the dog when I had Luna with me. So yeah, I could peg that out and I can fashion the tarp to it to essentially give it a bit of a windbreak as well. It's however you want to customise your kit to work for you for the situation that you're in at that time is entirely your choice. But that cost me a whopping 30 quid. It's not a necessity, but it's something new, and we'll see how well it does. I don't have to take this off when we're going to sleep. I can just close the boot and it'll stay on. It's not an issue. I'll have a look at how the weather looks when we are getting ready to go and settle down, and decide then, because if it's going to rain I don't want to be packing this away wet in the morning. So yeah, we'll figure that out from there. There was a couple of other bits that I did get last time. I ordered some stuff, and one of them, people who are camping with kids, whether you're single with kids or even for just yourself, a lot people like power banks. So this is a 26,400 milliamp power bank. What's it saying? It's solar panel charging support, home outdoors backup power, smart and safe, high capacity lithium battery, power bank and LED flashlight. So as you can see there on the front, that does light up as a torch. Your attachments, you've got a standard 3-pin plug, standard UK 3-pin plug. You've got a DC out port here, one USB-C, and then you've got 4 standard USB ports. DC in there, so it comes with a 3-pin plug to plug in and charge it off the mains if you're in a hurry to charge it at home. You've got separate buttons here, so you've got torch, that's your main power button, and that's to check how much power's in it. So I've currently got 2 bars. This morning that was down to 1 bar. Whilst we've been sorting out here, this came with it. This is your solar panel. There's your DC plug. And that's your solar panel. And all you do, unravel the wire, plug that in the back, sit that somewhere in the sun, and it will tell you that it's recharging. So it's a little bit difficult to show you on camera. I'll just let that hang for a second. Can you guys see that? So you'll see that second blue bar is flickering on and off. That's telling me it's charging. Now the sun is behind the clouds at the minute, but that's still sucking in power to power up that power bank. I think that, in all honesty, again, another Temu purchase, it could go wrong, but so could something that I bought from Curry's, so could something I bought from Argos or Asda or anywhere else that sells power banks. I got this, it was compact enough, suitable for what I wanted it for. You know, if I go backpacking, the likelihood of me taking that is small, because I've got other thinner power banks that I can take. But that cost me about 80 quid. I have seen the other ones which are quite a bit bigger, quite considerably bigger and heavier, and they come with 4 quite large solar panels, and they're 230 quid plus, and I didn't have 230 quid plus to spend on a power bank. Effectively what is just a power bank, but it lasts longer. Solar recharge. Now I got a few questions about this after my last video, because I said that I would review it and I didn't. I just got sidetracked with chatting away. So yeah, this is a rechargeable lamp. Turning it on now is not going to do anything. You're not going to see how effective it is or anything like that. So I'll just show it you for now, and then when the sun's gone down and we've got a bit of darkness, I'll flick it on and show you the different settings it's got. But I will say it's got a built-in tripod, which is always handy. The bottoms of them appear to have glow-in-the-dark stickers. I can't say I paid attention to them last time, so whether they do glow in the dark or not, I don't know, but that's what they look like from here. So all it is telescopic light. So I can set that up. If I'm talking to you guys, sat round talking to you guys, it's a bit dark, I can set that up. Head pivots both ways, and you just rotate it round however you want. But the other thing is, if I put it right down, I can use that as a torch if I needed to. And all this honeycombing around here, that emits light as well when it's on. From what I remember, if I remember rightly, there is a white LED, a reduced light white LED, and there is a warm light, and then there's also an orange one as well. I think orange, obviously, if you are sat in the dark, the orange is just a little bit nicer on the eyes and not causing you to sit there squinting because someone's just flicked the big light on. But again, another Temu purchase, rechargeable piece of kit via USB-C. It does also have a standard USB on there, so you can also use it as a power bank, so it doubles up. I think I paid about 18 quid for that. I have seen other brands of these which were considerably more expensive, so yeah, I'm not made of money, and if someone doesn't buy these and test them, nobody, you guys aren't going to know. So I took a punt, I bought it, and I'll let you guys judge when I've shown you the lighting of it. Jump back to stoves. So this was another thing I purchased. It is another stove. It comes in this lovely carry case, canvas carry case. Again, a Temu purchase, and I am not in any way, shape or form sponsored by Temu. Okay. Yes, I get it. A lot of camping gear, you buy cheap, you buy twice. I've done it. I bought cheap stuff. It's broke. Right, bin it. Buy it again. I wanted to give this a go because I don't have the money to go and buy the Jetboil version, but I really like it as a piece of kit. So I'm not paying the Jetboil price. I bought this instead. But so yeah, you've seen the canvas bag it comes in. Unhook that off this grub screw here, and then open it up. Now, I did use this in my last video, so some of you will have seen it, and putting that in here just saved that rolling around in the bag. So as you can see, you've got, this is where you attach one end of this, being that one, so that gets attached on there like so. There we go. And then this end is a screw top fitting to go onto your gas bottle, like so. that would screw on there, and then you've got your gas hooked up. Now you've got your gas here, minimum, right round to maximum. You've got one on each side, obviously it's a double ring stove. And then on both sides you've got one of these handles here, and all you do is you pull that out, and that is your igniter, and you've got one, as I say, on each side. Again, cracking piece of kit, less than half the price of the Jetboil, and please don't think I am slating Jetboil in any way, shape or form. Jetboil, if you want to send me one, feel free. I will review it, I'll make use of it, and do you know what? I'll do a comparison. If you guys want to help me out, get Jetboil to have a look at this, get them to send me their version of this, and I'll do a comparison of both. I just want to go on to the topic of tools, just briefly. I've had this sat for a while and I haven't actually used it properly yet. I've put it together just to make sure that everything was there and everything works as it should. But I got this from a company called Hallos Bushcraft on Etsy. They're not the cheapest, and I did get it wasn't a reduced rate, but I got it when it was on offer. And when it arrived, I was gobsmacked with the quality of it. And then, as you saw, solid. Hold it properly and you can get a decent draw on it in comparison to, I have got one knocking about in here actually. When you compare it to the likes of this, which yes, are great, but it's a really weird angle to try and saw on, is that. So for me, I do prefer a proper saw. This has been left over here from somebody else, so I'll do, just hold it in place. I'll go shut that.
That's pretty good, I will tell you.
That went through like butter. Yes, I know it's a fresh blade. It's easy for me to say that with a fresh blade, but there we go. Again, through, nice, easy, clean cut. That came from a company on Etsy called Hallos Bushcraft, H-A-L-U-S. It wasn't gifted, they've not asked me for this review. I wanted one of these for a good while since I saw one, because I thought they were an amazing piece of kit. They look really smart, and the skill that goes into making them fascinates me. But if you want yours, go check out Etsy shop. I don't press the question, but I'm really pleased with my purchase. Again, fantastic piece of kit. And yeah, thing is, I've got the saw now. All I'll ever have to replace is this twine or rope. You could use paracord if you wanted to. And obviously over time I'll have to replace the blade, but other than that there's no plastic, it's all wood. I'm not, it's not a one-use thing. A normal saw, they get rusty, they go blunt, etc. with the plastic handles, and you end up throwing them. This, I can replace the blade separately, and I can replace the rope for tensioning it on the top. Much better, and yeah, it's definitely a Etsy shop that I will be going back to. So yeah, that was the saw that I wanted to show you all, and obviously I've now shown you, demonstrated, and I hope you have enjoyed. So we're just going to get sorted now for tea. We are having mango and coconut chicken breasts and some 60-day matured thin cut beef steaks.
Tomatoes.
So we've got meats, veggies,
Hot
and
sauce.
chipotle hot sauce.
But I'm never gonna touch.
Get some of that on there, and then
It doesn't even smell nice.
the steak, the chicken, a bit more. There we go. You can crack on, sweetheart, if you want.
Are you allowed to touch it now that it's cooked?
Wow. It's beautiful. Simple, easy, filling. Chicken, steak, salad. For me, hot sauce. Take your preference. Easy, cheap meal. Rugrats done hers. Just tomatoes because she doesn't like lettuce. And everything's going to fall out the bottom in a minute. There you go. That's what happens when you don't.
Tell me that fell on the floor.
No, it didn't. It fell on the chopping board.
Right, that's alright.
Fold the bottom of your wrap over. Typical child error. Did you even get any of the meat then?
No. I put 2 pieces of chicken in and 2 pieces of steak in. If it's easy steak.
So I'm going to pause this and wait till she actually gets to the meat and then we'll start recording again. So Arabella's just got to the meat in the wrap. What do we think?
That is beautiful.
I'm also interested, just whilst I'm making another wrap, and whilst Rugrats just finished hers. Oh, sorry, whilst she's still got a bit left. What's your go-to? What's your easy cook when you're camping? What's your go-to meals? Outside of boiling a bag.
Outside when
super
you're
noodles.
exploring the world.
Outside of them, what is your go-to? Whether it's when you're family camping, whether you're car camping, whether you're just going on your own, but you're not far from the car, so you've got a bit more cookware with you and
Whether
stuff.
you're just going with your child.
What is your go-to easy cook? Let us know.
I would like to know a lot. Please drop a note in the comments.
There you go. Drop a note in the comments. Let us know what your go-to meal is. If I like the sound of it, I might give it a go next time. So guys, our final night is drawing to a close. I'm just going to let this fire burn out and then go and settle down. So, last morning, and we are just cooking up
Some spam, butter, right?
spam, potato
cake
cakes, and that's what we're having for breakfast this morning. Just out of ease. We woke up this morning, it was pretty chilly.
I'm also having some
and it's
tomatoes.
tomatoes as well with our breakfast. But yeah, so this morning it was a little bit chilly, a bit damp. I think we had some rainfall overnight, so yeah, we're just going to get breakfast cooked up and then clean up, finish packing up and be on our way. Effectively, a potato cake, spam butter. Bit warm that.
Yeah. That could be good.
Go for the first bite. Oh, she managed to get a bit of everything there.
That is good.
Look forward to this. So, down to the last bite, and
How many
Wow.
camping stars does it get?
a really simple, really easy breakfast. Spam isn't a staple diet. Not every day you can have spam. We tend to just, when we're camping, it's one of the things we tend to get. But yeah, for a simple, easy breakfast, that is a solid 4 out of 5 camping stars for me.
I'm not down to the last bite yet, so I can't say nothing.
I know you're not down to the last bite, but
It's
so
the middle bite.
she's not lying. But how many camping stars?
So far, 5 out of 5.
Everything 5 out of 5 with you.
Because it was good cooking and good taste.
Right. No, you've got Rugrats vote, 5 out of 5.
And Daddy's
Tea
vote,
last night was a
4
5 out of 5.
And Daddy's is a 4 out of 5.
How's your trip been? How's the trip been as a whole?
Really hot.
Apart from this morning.
Apart from this morning, yeah.
How many out of 5 then?
I'm going to say 4 out of 5.
I would agree with that.
Because the first day it was full of midges.
The midges have knocked it down, haven't they?
Yeah.
So Scottish midges, you're letting the side down.